Hi, welcome along to the Don Robbie channel. We're back again for the redraw. Now, listen, we did, for anybody who watched live this morning, we did the draw this morning for the Champions. Well, we didn't do it. We will watch along to the draw. In that draw, Chelsea drew out Lille. PSG drew out Manchester United. Manchester City drew out Villarreal. And Liverpool drew out Salzburg. And we had this big discussion about it, and we spoke a lot about Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi and all this stuff, only to find out when the stream finished that they messed up. And we did realize it during the stream. During the stream, we were like, hold on a minute, how they drawing out Man United like that? And we all said it at the time. We go, that's weird. That is really, really weird. Turns out that UEFA messed up the draw. Man United should not have been drawn out in that pot. There was a lot of talk about maybe redrawing the Man United section again and keeping the rest of the draw. But then in the end, they've decided on what I think is the right decision to redo the whole thing all over again. It's very, very embarrassing for UEFA. But we have now come to a stage where they're going to redraw the whole thing again. And back again to go through the draw with me is Lewis from Chelsea Fan TV, representing Chelsea. We've got my man Saeed Parisian, Londoner, representing PSG. We've got Alex, of course, from the COP TV. We've got my man Big Steve, mega Manchester City fan. And, of course, Saeed, representing Manchester United. Guys, first of all, what an embarrassment. What
all your fault,
hell is going on?
It's your boy Arshavin. What is Arshavin doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Get that Arshavin out, mate. It's not even supposed to be there. Get him out.
Man can't even draw anymore. Look at this.
I think he's
Arshavin never got past the round of 16 as a player.
What an embarrassment, though, guys. What an embarrassment.
No, it's a disgrace, Robbie. Yeah. Do you know what? The fact that we all said in the last stream, I said, there is rehearsals for this, right? And everyone agreed. Yeah. How that has got past the rehearsal stage and still been allowed to happen. I mean, I am going to use the word disgrace because it is for someone who, you know, preaches equality in the game and all this stuff. UEFA, they're tagging onto it, in my opinion. They're talking about that, but they can't even put a draw together. They're moving like Boris Johnson. They couldn't even organize a piss up in a brewery.
The Conference League, Spurs were they were actually listed in the draw, Tottenham for the Conference League afterwards as well. So, but they're out.
And Tottenham weren't even supposed to be in that draw.
There's a lot of mistakes then, Robbie.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes. I mean, and you know, it's highly embarrassing. And what it does, it means that the whole thing's going to have to be done again. PSG and versus Man United is off the agenda for now. It could be somebody else.
You can breathe, Saeed. You
ask
can
you
breathe.
guys all again now. Got to ask you guys all again. Would you like to draw out the same teams that you drew out before? I mean, let me ask you, Big Steve. We'll start with you.
Yeah, I think everyone was happy, wasn't they? I think everyone was happy with the draw. Saeed got his wish. I think the draw to death for him would have been Paris, and he wanted it. He's the only person in Manchester that wanted it, but he wanted it and he called it on. So if he does the same juju magic now, he might get it again.
I think there's a lot of people, Saeed, in Manchester, probably apart from you, that would be breathing a sigh of relief and saying to themselves, I don't want PSG. Now, I'm going to give you the chance now to be really honest, yeah?
No.
Do you want to draw PSG again?
Yes.
No, you don't.
I want it again.
Again, Saeed, straight face, man.
Straight face, mate. I want PSG. I want the glamour ties. I want to end PSG. I want to put them in the mud.
End PSG.
I want them
mate. What
again.
do you say? Oh my God.
I'm a bit downhearted now, man. I'm a bit like sad, really, because you know we wanted PSG. This is what we were in for, the big Champions League, man. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if UEFA cock up again, innit? You know what I mean? They did it. They did it once already. Let's see if they can do it again.
What about you, Stuart? Do you want Man United again?
100%. If I can switch to Juventus or Ajax, I will take it. But yeah, no, definitely. I'm happy with United anyway. We're not scared of them. I think they're more scared of us than we are scared of them. But yeah, let's do it.
I don't know about that, man. Parisian Londoner. I don't know about that.
I mean, Lille was meant to be the easiest of them, but I already said most boring away trip for me. I want whoever we can get, we'll get. I don't care. Chelsea fans all raging because it's all been overdone. Me personally, I've already said to be the best, you got to beat the best. If we get Bayern, if we get Real Madrid, it is what it is. I ain't going to cry about it. We'll deal with what we have to get.
Sorry, let me ask you all. Actually, I'll start off with you, Alex. In the worst case scenario, what's the worst case scenario in the draw that you get?
For us, it would be Inter or PSG. Would be the worst.
So you could get PSG as well.
We could get PSG, yeah, and that's why I was happy. You know, to answer your question, I was happy, obviously, that we got Salzburg. Like, soon as there was chats about redraw, I think it becomes untenable, and you have to because the pressure becomes too much. The early tweets by Atletico saying we want to ask some questions, we want a solution. Once the pressure builds up, you go, right, well, we've got to do this all again now, and it just looks so embarrassing for them. I mean, we know that's their organization is a joke anyway in terms of what goes on behind the scenes and football in general, not just UEFA, it's FIFA. Everyone's at it, taking little deals in the envelopes, as we've seen. So for them not to be able to put on a draw, it's so embarrassing for them, and it almost belittles the sport in general. Like, how have we not? How has this been allowed to happen? Who's checked this? Someone's definitely getting fired today, by the way, at UEFA. The person who puts the balls in the buckets, they're getting.
Well, they were trying to say that it's some sort of administrative error.
Yeah, they're just passing the blame, aren't they?
They're blaming it on
passing the buck.
Some software issue or something like that. But
it is waffled. This cool.
So why? So that Robbie there. That for me is worrying in itself. Why are we having software issues when the draw is manual? It's we're using the
They're waffling. It's waffle.
They were using Saeed's webcam.
Had a howler.
They've had a howler. I agree with that. I mean, worst case scenario for you, Alex. So PSG. Sorry, worst case scenario for you, Steve.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be either Inter or Atletico, but to be honest, I'm calm with it. I'll take any of them. I'm not bothered. But just touching on UEFA, you know, everybody knows what that organisation's about. You know what I mean? Come on, they've got no credibility anymore.
Mafia.
They throw allegations about things. They got took to the cleaners by us in the courts. You know what I mean? They just look, Seb Blatter, Platini, the list goes on. You know what I mean? They can't even get a draw right. So when they started trying to preach to people about Super Leagues and all that, what credibility are they going to have now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Football needs it. Football for me at the top level needs an overview. They're quick to penalise supporters for throwing flares and doing little things in stadiums they don't quite like. But when it comes to them dropping a bollock, who's going to put them accountable? You know what I mean? They need it sorting out. It's amateurish.
How are we going to do it, Steve? Who's actually going to pull the cards up and say we need to have a look into you?
Fan power. We've shown as supporters of football club around the world that if we want something, we can do it. They tried to force us down the Super League. It got shut down in 3 days. And I think if a fans group or fans got together and created some sort of group, I think we've got the power. And I think we can change it.
Oh my God, they hate to rattle, man. They hate to rattle.
You can't rattle us, mate. Hey, innocent in a court of law. Innocent in a court of law.
Yeah, that's a load of rubbish, Steve. Come on,
innocent.
that was like Harry Redknapp getting away with
we turned up with 11.
But anyway, the draw is going to be done again. We're just waiting for them to get it underway. It is so embarrassing.
Hurry up, man.
Honestly, it is so embarrassing. A simple little draw. I don't know what's going on with these, but we saw yesterday in the Formula One, you know, how these bodies just make up rules as they go along. It's just not. And then now this fiasco again today. I mean, what is going on? But we are going to have a redraw, and it'll be interesting to see. And people are going to come out of this really annoyed because somebody else might get a PSG who had an easy draw. So let's just say Liverpool, you guys had Salzburg, and then now you go and get PSG. I mean, you're not going to be happy about that, are you?
No, we'll still win it. We'll still win it, whoever we get. Genuinely are that confident.
No, but you'll have a lesser chance of winning it against PSG.
Of course, that's what makes it a disgrace. That's what makes it a disgrace. Everyone was booking their flights. I know 2 guys that have booked flights or tried to.
What?
They've tried to. They've tried.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me because I know.
Well,
we know.
As soon as the draw's made, you get on Skyscanner, don't you?
Yeah. I know that because I mean, I remember from my days of European football.
Long days ago.
Sometimes, as soon as these things get announced, sometimes if you can get in early, you can get it cheaper because what they do,
true.
as soon as they see that, say, Liverpool are heading over to Austria, those prices will double. So there's a lot of people, as soon as that's made, they like jump on, book it.
Yeah.
So you ain't wrong about that, Alex.
Yeah, people have tried. So, I mean, everything just spills towards an absolute disgrace behind the scenes. We're being told one thing, but what's actually going on behind the scenes? And I have to say, that's the first thing I've agreed with Steve in this stream and the last one. He summed it up beautifully there about UEFA and what's going on there. It's an absolute disgrace. There's no other words for it. Embarrassing, disgrace, fix, corrupt. And it all, you might as well be the mafia. We might be talking about the Lucchese family here, and as one of the 5 crime families in New York. UEFA, they're up there, man. Mafioso.
Anyway, they're getting ready to do the draw again. They're all back in place. It's all the same people from what I can see here. That are going to be doing the draw.
Arshavin,
let me see.
Pay him again.
They're not showing Arshavin at the moment. But Agent Arshavin is in there somewhere.
He's been taken into a room for a chat.
Been sacked.
Let's see if Agent Arshavin is in there to sort this draw out. Could it be Liverpool versus PSG?
Well, that's my worst case scenario as well.
That would make Alex's day
stress.
Really turn out stressful.
I think PSG would be sweating though. I'm sorry to disrespect you there, but you'd be sweating if you had Liverpool as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. As I mentioned, my worst case scenario is either Liverpool or Real Madrid. So I'm way more confident with United than Liverpool, 100%.
Well, not to disrespect your team.
I think I've got the sound turned down here, but I think it seems to me like this guy from UEFA is kind of explaining what's going on. But here we go again.
What a job that is.
Here we go again.
Give me Ajax. Let's go.
Here we go again. The winners of each group: Man City, Liverpool, Ajax, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Man United, Lille, all to be drawn again. Agent Arshavin is in there. The runners-up in each group, of course, are PSG, Atletico, Sporting, Inter Milan, Benfica, Villarreal, Salzburg, and Chelsea. So let's see if they get this wrong again.
Honestly,
right. And
we have to analyze
the first one
as well.
Here comes the first one. Who's out first? It's FC Salzburg out first.
Come on.
Salzburg out first.
Save your boys' flights. Let's go.
Come on, man. That's so true.
Who've they got?
Salzburg.
They won't have to
They're taking their time on drawing that other ball.
Scousers will still go. So
what's going on now?
They'll chill outside.
Look like they're doing it a little slower this time, just to make sure they get it right.
Is it Liverpool?
Picking up the balls from each of the groups and bringing them over.
This guy looks dodgy. The second guy looks dodgy, man.
Yeah.
Dodgy, innit?
I agree.
Every move that guy's making now and taking those balls out, it looks dodgy, innit? Right, here comes the Agent Arshavin. Another little spin by him. What's he going to do this time?
He's smiling, though. What's he smiling for?
Right, here we go. Salzburg versus Bayern Munich.
Bayern
Munich.
Easy.
Again.
Bayern Munich.
Madrid are very, very happy.
That's a
man.
Nice draw. If they get fans back, it'll be a nice draw for Salzburg as well. Just being over the border in Austria. Right, here we go for the second ball, which is Sporting Lisbon.
Come on, Liverpool.
Sporting Club de Portugal, which is Sporting Lisbon.
Flex said he wants this one. Flex said he wanted this one to go on holiday. So
yeah,
I bet Lisbon's a lovely,
nice.
Lisbon's a lovely city to visit. Lovely city to visit. I can tell you that. Right. Ball's been drawn out of other balls. What are they doing now? Has they got this right? Who knows?
Yeah.
The guy's taking the balls out looks very uncertain, I can tell you.
Yeah, he looks like one of the guys, man.
Like he has something, in the sleeves, like the.
Let's keep looking at the camera.
Like there's another ball or something. Like
they should do this with no tops on, man.
Right. Who has Sporting Lisbon got? They have drawn Manchester City. That's a nice trip for you, Steve. Manchester City
nice.
versus Sporting Lisbon. And that's probably an easier draw.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
No, not really, not really.
Yeah, they are the champions.
Portugal and Lisbon are in great form right now.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Benfica is the next one out. Benfica, next team out.
Can we get Benfica?
We can.
Benfica could draw. Liverpool can get them. Man United can get them as well.
Okay.
They're all in that pot. So, Saeed, bit of Benfica.
Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
But you still want PSG? Benfica or PSG?
No, Benfica will be a better draw for you, man.
I'd have PSG.
Right, we're
Someone
about to
in the
find out.
comments,
They're loading
Robbie,
up some
saying-
more balls. It's looking dodgy again. He's giving it a little stir, that guy. We'll see. I'm checking his. I'm checking everything about him every time I see that.
Yeah.
The
Same.
ball got flipped a bit. Here comes Arshavin again. Struggling to open that one up. What's going on? Right, here we go. Benfica have drawn Ajax.
Oh my
Benfica
God!
versus Ajax.
Oh my
So,
God!
Lewis, the trip
We're in the
is
mud
live.
again. Hate to see it.
The coffee shop thing is off.
Yeah, we'll put on hold in it.
You're gonna have to
Can't be
go.
arsed.
You're gonna have to go.
Guys,
Costa
this is rigged again.
I said Costa,
Why would
you
people
waste
do
man. I
that?
can't be asked.
Wow,
Right,
Robbie.
next ball, Chelsea
Wow.
have just been drawn.
Mental.
Chelsea have been drawn out, Lewis.
Oh, let's
Chelsea,
go.
Oh,
Chelsea are out. Who have Chelsea got?
Who can
They
they get?
can get-
Chelsea now?
Oh, they can. I think it's Lille.
It's
or
either
Juventus.
Madrid or Lille.
Yeah, Madrid
Yeah,
or
get
Lille.
Madrid, man. Get Madrid. We need
Yeah, give me
man.
Madrid.
Remember-
I didn't get to boo Courtois last time, so I'm on it.
Oh
that
yeah,
would
get
but
be,
Madrid.
Lille-
Get
almost
Madrid.
like
They
a
got Lille.
final.
They got
If
Lille
you have
before.
Madrid.
Bro, I'm
Little
shitting
before.
myself now. I can't lie.
We're getting PSG people. What's going on?
Right, here we go.
PSG.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's going to be Lille again or Real Madrid. I bet you want Lille.
If it's Real Madrid, then it's
Nah, I want Madrid.
Right, here we go.
It's got to be Real.
Lille again. Lille
Yeah, it's rigged, man. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Lille
Come on.
again.
Wow.
God,
Champions of Europe, we got Lille.
Another one.
What a troll.
Again.
Oh,
Again.
No change for Chelsea.
We got Lille again.
Abramovich.
Happy with that.
Oh my
Surely rigged.
gosh.
Right, next
Oh,
ball out is
Fucking hell.
Smoking that little
Atletico Madrid.
Oh, boring
Atletico
Lille.
Madrid.
I think this will be us. I think. I have a feeling.
Atletico Madrid can
Yeah,
get
this
Man
will be-
United. They can get
We're gonna get
Liverpool.
PSG, man.
They can get Juventus. Or
Alex,
Real
come
Madrid.
on. Worst case scenario, but still, you're
But they
still
can't
go.
get Liverpool. They can't get Liverpool because they were
They
already.
can't get
playing
Liverpool
with
because they played Liverpool already, didn't they?
it. Yeah.
Right. So Atletico.
Atletico.
No, I'm talking about PSG.
Yeah.
You could get
Good
PSG.
bet them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was hoping to get
Here we go.
Salzburg, man.
here we go.
I don't want Atletico Madrid, man.
Manchester United against Atletico Madrid.
Fucking hell, mate. I'm not
Atletico
sure about
That's
this
gonna
one.
versus
be a
Manchester
tough
United.
one, man.
I like it.
Another
That's
tough
easier.
one
That's
for
easier
United.
than
Another
PSG.
one.
Nah, man. These guys
Of course
are.
it is.
Nah,
course it
man. I'm
is.
not feeling Atletico Madrid, man.
Suarez.
They're not looking
Oh,
to play
Suarez,
football,
that's
man.
what's
Old
happened here? He
Trafford.
just dropped a bit of paper.
Oh,
He dropped a bit of
Wait,
paper. But it's
wait.
Villarreal. Villarreal
Oh,
again.
That
what's
must
going
be
on?
Liverpool.
Don't like the way that
This is
paper
lucky
dropped.
here.
Villarreal
Yeah, same.
could get Liverpool. Liverpool could be drawn against Villarreal.
So, anyone want to do a redraw?
They're gonna have to do this again.
Nah, man.
That
I'm
looked
not
a bit
feeling
dodgy.
Atletico
That was
Madrid, man.
again, everything is being scrutinised.
Mm.
But it's Villarreal versus.
No.
They can only get one team, I think, and
It's
that
Liverpool,
is Juventus. Juventus. Villarreal
no?
versus
we get
Juventus.
PSG. Oh my god.
Villarreal versus Juventus.
Woo!
It's starting to
No
look like
way.
PSG versus Liverpool. I love the way
What?
Big Steve is just
No.
chilled.
He can be Real Madrid.
Big Steve is just chilled.
He can be
It's
Real
all not
Madrid.
good. This
I'm
is
thinking
Inter
about
Milan.
Portugal. I'm thinking
Inter
about
Milan
what
has
sun
been
cream I'm
drawn
going to
out.
put on my head.
Inter Milan drawn out. Could
Well,
get
either
Liverpool.
or Real
Could be
Madrid.
Liverpool or Real Madrid. Do you want Inter? That won't be a. It's not as easy as RB Salzburg. Put it that way. Right. Let's see. It is Inter Milan versus Liverpool.
Oh,
Liverpool. Inter Milan versus Liverpool.
Nah, man, that's a good draw. That's a good draw.
Inter
You know
Milan
my neighbour.
versus
My neighbour's an
Liverpool.
Inter Milan fan.
Nah,
Yeah.
no, that's a
Inter
good
Milan
draw.
versus Liverpool.
no.
Paris Saint-Germain are the next
Real
one out.
Madrid. I think it's gonna-
PSG,
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
PSG
Fucking hell, mate. Oh, man.
versus Real Madrid. They can only get Real Madrid.
I told you it was my worst case scenario.
Versus
and,
Real Madrid. They
Imagine
still
going
got a
from
tough
Man
draw.
United to Real Madrid. Stuart's gut.
Imagine Mbappe is going to play for Real Madrid at the end of the year. And then, then we.
Real
Exactly.
Madrid, still another big story there. Still another big story there. Real Madrid versus PSG. That's going to be a
That's gonna be
be a
tasty.
great draw.
Wow.
Benzema to put, France in the mud,
And
man.
I think that's it.
Yes,
That
in the
is
mud.
it.
Can't
That's
believe it.
That is
Messi
it.
back
The
at Madrid,
draw has been
interesting.
completed, and let me run you through it. It's
Oh,
Salzburg
There
versus
is in
Bayern
London.
Munich,
Sorry,
Sporting Lisbon versus Manchester City,
Shit.
Benfica
San
versus Ajax, Chelsea still got Lille, Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United, Villarreal versus Juventus, Inter Milan versus Liverpool, and Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid.
Crazy.
Let's start straight away with let me go to you. Let me go to you first, Parisian Londoner. Originally you were gonna get Man United, now you've got Real Madrid. Is that
It's
harder
worse.
for you?
Oh, it's 100% harder. 100%. It was my worst case scenario. It was either Liverpool or Real Madrid. They're in great form at the moment. I think they have a decent team, even if most of the people are saying they're not the Real Madrid they used to be. But on the top of this, if you think about Mbappe leaving us for Real Madrid in January, well, that means we're going to play against
That
Benzema,
can't happen now.
Mbappe.
That can't happen now.
Mate,
No way would that happen now.
no, that's the worst case scenario for me, along with Liverpool. So I'm not really happy about that draw. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna meet United.
Well, you're going out, mate.
It's gonna
So
put a lot
bye-bye.
of Stuart, it's gonna put a lot of pressure that game on Mbappe, isn't it? Because now that's what's gonna be the big talking point. Is he going to Real Madrid? Is this
Exactly.
I mean, that is gonna be the talk leading up to that game, isn't it?
Exactly. And the way it looks at the moment, it sounds like it's gonna leave in January for free to Real Madrid. So if that's the case, then I think we are in big trouble because he's our main man at the moment. And without him and with him on the other team, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Mbappe derby. As Shashank says there,
Exactly.
Mbappe current club versus Mbappe's future club.
Exactly.
Big Steve, you were so chilled throughout that, right? You've got a good draw, haven't you?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm happy with that. Sporting. Portugal's a nice place to go as well. I just didn't. It's not being arrogant. I wasn't really that asked. I didn't. Atletico Madrid maybe, Inter maybe, but I see City and Liverpool well ahead in this competition for me.
Chelsea still got Lille, right? So as far as you're concerned, nothing changed for you, Lewis.
Yeah, just same old, like easiest tie we could have got, but also the most boring one. But we move, I guess. It's embarrassing if we get knocked out. We should go through, but yeah, boring Lille again. Here's
Yeah,
what
but
it
happy
is.
with that. Come on, you've got to be happy with that.
I'm happy in a competitive
This guy's
sense.
ungrateful.
But like, I was looking for an exciting
Chelsea
tie
fans.
in it. We just got Lille again, and it's like, here we
Typical
go,
Chelsea,
whatever.
Okay.
I said I fancy us against anyone in it. That's why I wanted the best. But like, here we got with meaty Lille, but whatever.
You got
Inter
another easy
Milan
draw. Should
versus-
be happy.
Inter Milan versus Liverpool. In the first draw, you got Salzburg, which you would have thought to yourself, Alex, yeah, pretty straightforward. Inter Milan, that's a little different. Lautaro Martinez, players like
Çalhanoğlu.
that. A lot more quality
Sanchez.
in their team. They've started playing a little bit better as well. On paper, you'd still say Liverpool, but a lot harder draw than what you initially had.
Yeah, I'm fuming. Not so much because we've got Inter Milan now, just at the whole thing and how this has led to us getting a much harder draw. I mean, from the selfish point of view, I can't believe that this has even happened. But Inter Milan, listen, they won 4-0 yesterday. They're 1 point behind AC Milan in Serie A, where we just won last week against AC Milan. So back to the San Siro for the Scousers. Another away day at that amazing stadium before it goes, which is all going to be great. But how it's even led to this is farcical. This this competition is a joke, and it makes
You
me
weren't
not even
moaning
wanna do
about it
that
as much
anymore.
before.
Yeah, it makes me not want to even say 6 times anymore because look how much
Here we go.
madness
Here we
and
go.
paper
no,
it's done
that's
here.
Oh, getting a bit nervous, are we?
Yeah,
Getting
no,
a bit
listen, we're
nervous.
still going to win the game. I still think over 2 legs we've got way more than Inter Milan, and I still stand by what I said earlier, which was I'll take anyone. However, I'm fuming. We had Salzburg, and now we've got Inter Milan. It's a fucking joke. That is absolute
Okay.
disgrace.
All right, I can see you're happy with that. Saeed, PSG,
Yeah.
which you wanted in the first place.
You can breathe now. You can breathe.
Now you've got not, you know, you would have thought to yourself, all right, maybe we could land a real easy one now. Atletico Madrid.
Yep. I'm not happy with that. To be honest
And
with
just before it got drawn out, you said, I don't want to get Atletico Madrid.
you. Yep.
And that's exactly who you got.
Yep. Exactly. Listen, Atletico Madrid, they're full of cheaters for me.
Yeah,
They'll play ugly. You know what I mean? Liverpool will know that. They play ugly. It's not. They're not going to come here to play football. And I don't think we've got the kind of mentality in the squad to play with them in terms of having them little quick tactical fouls. I don't think we'll do that. And I think we'll get rattled. Whereas PSG, you know what I mean? I think on a given day, I think we can beat them over 2 legs. But it is what it is. Bring them on.
They're one of them teams, innit? I mean, you saw it. They only just scraped through. But again, the odds were against them.
Simeone,
and
man.
one of them teams that love being the underdog, and Simeone is one of them managers that just the type of manager who can shackle Ronaldo. You know what I mean? It's not. It's the sort of team that nobody likes playing, isn't it?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And people in the chat will say cry and all that in the mud, but I'm telling you what, mate, you United fans, mate, you know what I mean? You should have took PSG because on a given day, Messi can go quiet. You know, Mbappe and Neymar will be at Sis's wedding. So, you know, there was a lot of in favour for us. And they got a serial bottler as well. So there was a lot of in favour for us at PSG. At Atletico Madrid, I'm not too sure, man. They'll just rattle us. And I don't like that, man. I want to play football, but Champions League, it's knockout competition. They'll just do anything to get past us. And I'm worried with that, man. They'll do anything to get in their way. And Atletico Madrid, Simeone, for me, is top 5 managers in the world. So, you know what I mean? You have to respect Simeone, mate. Well,
let me go through it again. What I did the last time when we done the draw earlier, where I asked you guys, who do you think's got the worst draw out of it? Let me start with you, Alex. Who's got the worst draw?
Probably us, if I'm honest. From what we had to what we have now, probably us. Yeah, I would say us. I'll go with us.
Okay. What about you, Prison Londoner?
That's the worst case scenario. I told you on the previous stream as well. Either
Real
Madrid or Liverpool. So yeah, that's just the worst case scenario for me. Not really happy about that. I would have preferred to go back to Manchester again, but we move. We have to deal with this.
Well, you might not move if you don't win it. You won't be moving nowhere, right? What about you, Big Steve? Who got the worst draw?
Paris. I think they've been shafted. I think they were booking in the training session at Old Trafford, thinking, you know, we're going to dance around a few cones. Exactly. And now they've got to go play Real Madrid, so they're wounded. So Paris, London are Stuart Fieldy, mate. Go and get a few beers out of the fridge and that. I know drinking in the afternoon's not recommended, but just go and get smashed, man.
Not so sure about that, but yeah, it's going to be a hard one.
What about you, Lewis? Who got the worst draw?
Yeah, no, it has to be Paris. I said they would have struggled against Manchester United anyway, but now they got Real Madrid. It's looking peak for you still, bro. But yeah, you guys are going to have to deal with it as it comes. Other than that, like Liverpool, you guys got a slightly harder draw. I think for everyone else, it's been easier around for the English clubs. But yeah, PSG, you guys really got the worst of the draw this time.
I agree.
What about you, Saeed? You got the worst?
I think it was PSG, but then again, you know, they should have played us, innit? You know, I mean, they're confident over there, but yeah, I think Real Madrid pedigree, man, Champions League pedigree. They know what to do, man, and I think they'll just be kind of flattered by PSG. They won't know what to do. I think they're playing good football. Vinicius Junior, you know what I mean? You have to watch out for him. He's on hot form. So, yeah, man, I think they'll do it. You know what I mean? But again, I think Parisian London, though, you take Messi and Neymar and them lot against Real Madrid, wouldn't you, though? You got to be confident in your own team as well, bro.
No, I am. I'm not saying I'm not confident. I'm saying that it would have been easier to play against you guys than Real Madrid. That's just being objective.
Well, you not got them, so sure.
No, no disrespect to you, mate, but Real Madrid are a better side than you, mate. That's just the fact.
He's on the water
He's trying to
again.
banter me, though. Like, don't banter me.
No, mate,
Get
that's-
Real Madrid,
that's
and I hope you
just
get
the
out,
fact,
mate.
mate.
How about that?
Don't worry.
Oh,
It got once. We're gonna beat them, and we're gonna meet you afterwards. Don't worry. It's not finished.
Well, you won't because you're going to fly back to Paris, mate. That's what you're doing.
I've been waiting for you in the car park.
I mean, you know, I think just me personally looking over it, I feel Chelsea obviously going to be, you know, apart from Lewis, who you wanted, he's looking for trips and that. But I think every Chelsea fan's going to be absolutely delighted to still keep Lille. I think Man City are going to be overjoyed. I mean, they'll waltz past Sporting Lisbon in my books. Come on, I can't see, even though Sporting Lisbon are an improved team, but they won't beat Man City. I think Liverpool will have too much for Inter Milan. I really do. Even though Inter Milan, I can see why you're fuming because it's a harder draw than what you originally had. So, but I think you'll get past there. But the two that are in a bit of problems are the two that were going to draw each other, right? And now, I do think, you know, watching Real Madrid, I know I'm not too sure about the standard of La Liga this year. And even though Real Madrid have been playing well, I do think PSG can beat Real Madrid, but that is a harder tie than getting Man United. I agree to you. That is definitely a harder tie than getting Manchester United. And for you, Saeed, for Manchester United, I wouldn't have wanted, even though Atletico Madrid not been that impressive in this tournament so far. I mean, they were breezed aside.
Vicious.
They can turn it on, though. They can turn it on for me, Robbie.
Yeah, they're one of them teams, though, that they love being the underdog. They love fighting in the trenches. Simeone, they'll make it boring. They'll make it horrible. I think that last game that they won, they had hardly any possession. But they scored the big goals. They made it difficult. You know what I mean? They got some of them players that, you know, Luis Suarez, of course.
Coming back as well.
Going back to
Griezmann is good these days as well.
Griezmann's been playing very well. Yep, you're right. Griezmann's been playing very well. They're just the type of team that can come back and just ruin and stop a Ronaldo. You know what I mean? They'll know about Ronaldo. I don't know. I wouldn't know. It's definitely. I mean, PSG was going to be a hard draw anyway.
PSG was good. Was a hard one, but still, you know, I think Pochettino in the Champions League, as especially for PSG, he's been underwhelming, hasn't he? Even Stuart, because Stuart doesn't want him. So if Stuart doesn't want him, then we could be all over that. And the fact that there's so much pressure on PSG to deliver, Simeone's just thinking, you know what? Don't worry. I'll just take these on. I've overachieved that Atletico Madrid. He's won countless titles, countless trophies with them. And he'll come here with a vengeance to kind of knock us out. And I think we've never got that pedigree. But I think with PSG, I think we've had a chance. And, you know, disagree or not in the comments, but I think we would have a chance at PSG.
All right, running through the panel.
McTominay and Fred.
Sorry?
I said you got McTominay and Fred, though, so I bet
not really when Pogba's back. Pogba will be back, Steve. I know you don't like Pogba, but
he does not want to play for you guys anymore. He wants to join PSG, mate. What are you saying?
Exactly. I don't even want to play for you, mate.
Listen, you get me. I think Messi will leave anyway next season. How about that? Then you'd be irrelevant, Stuart. Your team would be irrelevant.
No.
Messi leaves next season.
No.
Let me run through again, and I just want you to answer the question. Go through or out. Yeah, go through or out. So let me start with you, Alex. Manchester City,
go through.
Next game, go through.
Yeah, go through.
Chelsea, they got Lille.
Chelsea, go through.
PSG, Real Madrid.
Oof. Do you know what? I'm gonna say PSG go through. I don't know why, but I'm gonna say PSG go through. Could be there.
Man United. Okay, Man United versus Atletico.
Both absolute shit houses. I'll go Atletico. They squeeze past by some VAR madness.
Okay. Lewis. PSG.
Nah, going out. Ooh.
Liverpool. Inter.
Yeah, Liverpool go through. But Inter make it hard for them. City all the way. City.
Man United, Atletico.
I'm gonna go Atletico. I'll go Atletico still.
Ooh, all right. Parisian Londoner, Chelsea, Lille.
Chelsea, 100%.
Inter Milan, Liverpool.
I think it's going to be a tight one, but I think Liverpool.
Man City versus
Obviously,
Sporting.
Man City. Yeah, Man City all the way.
And Man United versus Atletico.
Atletico Madrid. They're going to be vicious, and they're going to do it that way. I think the viciousity of Atletico is going to win.
Love that word. Vicious. What was it? Vicious.
That's even a word, is it?
It's a new word. Right.
I don't know which
Steve.
dictionary you got that one in.
Steve.
Yeah.
Lewis is Chelsea versus Lille.
Chelsea go through.
PSG versus Real Madrid.
PSG.
Inter Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Man United Atletico.
Man United.
Oh, okay.
Fair play.
And Saeed, Chelsea,
Yeah.
Lille.
Chelsea.
PSG Real Madrid.
Sorry, Parisian London, but you're going out, mate. Real Madrid.
Inter Liverpool.
I think it'll be closer than people think, but Liverpool. Mo Salah, innit?
City versus Sporting.
City.
Okay. So I think most people think back in the clubs, apart from I think a few of you thinking Atletico can beat United.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do a
Ramos
few
is
of your comments. Ramos going back facing his old team, and Mbappe facing his new team, his future team.
No, Ramos won't even play.
Play?
He's still injured, mate. He's still injured.
McTominay was good last time against Barca, says Yash.
Yeah, he was. First leg, he was unbelievable.
CR7 always defeats Atletico.
Oh yeah, you know them well. That's a fact. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, streaks are meant to be broken.
Too blessed says Madrid and United not much better than Inter and Salzburg is.
I don't know, mate. He needs to head wobble, mate.
Moss says we beat PSG twice. And McTominay and Fred makes no sense. PSG lost twice to Oil in charge. Can't banter us.
Oil.
Okay.
It's Ollie, Robbie.
Man said oil gunner soldier.
Betting FC saying Man United barely beat Norwich. How will they face PSG? Well, they're not facing PSG now.
Yeah,
exactly. And also, it's 2 months away to the next Champions League starts. How you don't know what kind of shape people have injuries. You know, you have to be very careful what you predict nowadays.
You could be
United could be worse.
Yeah, literally.
All right. So say Lille will beat or tie with Chelsea in both matches. Oh, I can't see that, man.
Oh, they'll draw one of the games. Oh well. Away goals don't even count anymore, so it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I didn't ask you guys this question in the last one. Let me ask you guys. I want you to be 100% honest. Right? Raise your hands. You're going to be honest in saying this, yeah? And the question is, who's going to win the Champions League? Lewis.
Chelsea.
He said honest.
Did I lie?
Parisian Londoner. Who's going to win the Champions League this year?
I think it's going to be Liverpool. They are the underdog. No one is paying attention to them, and they have the experience. So I think they're going to make it.
Parisian Londoner. Sorry, Alex.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Seven Champions Leagues.
Yeah, it's hard to understand, isn't it?
I know what he means. He's trying to be all cocky, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Can you count that much, Saeed? Fucking hell, it's not that difficult.
So you're going Liverpool, obviously.
That's correct.
Big Steve.
Sir.
Man City. Saeed.
United.
Honestly. You honestly feel Man
I've been honest, mate. I would have said PSG. I said Liverpool.
I'm only joking, man.
Give us the reason. Give us the reason why you think Man United will win it.
No, I'm joking.
I thought you were in Ajax for a second.
No.
Who then? Who?
It hurts me to say it, but I think Man City will win it, man. I think Man City. Yeah,
Wow.
man. Honestly, it hurts me to say it, but I think this year, I don't think Guardiola will mess it up again. And I think just overall, they've got the best kind of cohesion and the best team for me.
Cohesion, Liverpool has a good cohesion as well.
Very good
Liverpool, we
cohesion.
don't care about
And we've
Liverpool.
got experience.
I think what it is I think what you guys have all said, it's still a little while to go till we get to that, right? And a lot can happen in that time. Star players can go down. You know, it's there's so many, and plus as well, Davor B is saying nobody is saying Bayern Munich, which is a crime. And Bayern Munich they are a good side. Lewandowski and guys like that, they're a good team.
Yeah, but look, we played against them. We were supposed to be scared, and we won against them a few times. So they're not the Bayern Munich they used to be. So no need to be scared.
They're still good though. They're still good.
Yeah, still good. Yeah, but
Do you reckon the lack of competition though will affect them though? I think when you're looking at the Premier League, I think the Premier League teams will win it more than Bayern Munich. If I'm being honest with you, the lack of competition does it help Bayern Munich?
Does that affect PSG as well? Playing in France.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
Or can it help them? Because they could have their league wrapped up by the time they get to that game in February.
Yeah, but you're not training. That means you're not
concentrate on it.
No. Well, at the end of the day, it's like Real Madrid. I can see Real Madrid winning the Champions League, but they're playing in La Liga, and it's not the Premier League either. So, in my opinion, it's not about the Premier League. Obviously, you guys are having. Your league is a bit more competitive than the others, but Real Madrid can make it. We can make it. Bayern Munich can make it, but you are in a better position. That's just a fact.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank you all. Thank you all for coming back after we did it all this morning. Only to find out that it wasn't in reality the proper draw, but the proper draw has been done now. Just to run through the guys who they got, who are here once again, in case you didn't know. Chelsea still got Lille. So Chelsea have drawn Lille, so they will play Lille. Favourites to go through in that, no doubt. PSG have got another hard one. You'd argue it's harder. They've got Real Madrid
100%, yeah, harder.
So Real Madrid, it's not going to be easy though for Man United. Even though they haven't got PSG, and you say slightly easier, but it's still difficult in the kind of way they have got Atletico Madrid, the king of shithousery. They will be coming to Old Trafford. That won't be an easy game. Man City, as you can tell by the demeanour of Big Steve, comfortable in getting Sporting Lisbon.
Laid back.
So laid back, real. Them and Chelsea got the
almost
easiest
horizontal
out of all the English teams, and Liverpool give it a harder task. Give it a harder task now, having to take on. Inter Milan won't be easy. Inter Milan have got some very good players. That won't be an easy game, but you still fancy Liverpool to get through that. So it's been a complete mess, Can
I say one more thing?
Wrong again.
Yeah,
wow,
go
that's
ahead.
a disgrace. I was just saying, I put a little poll on my Insta story after the first draw we did, saying if Pep doesn't win the Champions League, is he a failure? Right now, not looking good for Big Steve. 75% reckon yes. So
all Liverpool fans, that's why.
Back to you. Back to the show.
On my channel and see what you get.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We might have to do that as a poll. We might have to do that as a poll.
Come on.
Will Pep be a failure if he doesn't win the Champions League?
I don't
Who's
think
the better manager? Who's the better manager out of the two? Pep Guardiola or Klopp?
Come on, there's not even
that's
up
a
for
tough one.
discussion. What Klopp has managed, exactly, there isn't. It's Klopp.
No,
he's managed to do what Pep could never, ever even dream of imagining achieving in terms of building a nucleus of the club up from the ground again.
God, have you heard the nonsense coming out of this guy's mouth?
No, Alex, come on, Alex. No, it's not that easy, man.
Yeah, but Pep's just had an unlimited checkbook wherever he's gone. There's no way he could have achieved what Klopp has achieved for Liverpool.
Not championship manager, mate. You know what I mean? He don't go on about money all the time. Look at the club that we're building at Man City, mate. We're better run than you. We're a better club than you. You just talk shit.
I would hope so. With that much money, I should hope so. You should be
buying for the money you're twerking.
The fact that you've not won the Champions League already shows that your club is not built like my club. Your club isn't built better than mine because you haven't won the Champions League. You haven't won the Champions League.
You're living in the past, mate. History Channel FC.
I'm living in the future
Guys,
right now.
cool.
By Google, who's
cool.
on the Champions League? You're not there.
History
G.
Channel FC, mate. You only see what you want to see in your red tinted spectacles. No one gives a shit. They've won it 6 times.
They'll
Well done.
never see.
Move on.
You and I were gonna live forever.
It's cool, guys. It's cool. Tuchel's clear anyway, so it's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, don't even try that one.
Yeah.
No, it's Rangnick. It's Rangnick.
Pep
It's
shits
Rangnick.
on
Yeah.
it.
Who, Ralph Wiggum?
It's
As it's
Pochettino.
Sunderland.
Ralph.
Listen, guys,
It's Arteta.
maybe you know what? Shut up. Shut up.
It's
Maybe
Rebecca
this is gonna
Vardy.
be-
Arteta in, by the way.
I can-
Arteta
I
in. I
can
want
see-
Arteta to stay at that club.
Maybe that's a debate for another time, right? Maybe that Klopp,
Yeah.
Guardiola. We'll have that debate another time.
Yeah.
But listen, I
That'd
want to
be
thank
good.
you guys. Appreciate you both. Appreciate all of you. Sorry, coming back on. I know you're all really busy, right? So thank you very much for that. Thank you to Lewis.
Pleasure.
Thank you to Parisian Londoner, to Alex, to Big Steve, and to Saeed. Don't forget, we're going to put a link in the description for all of their channels. Make sure you check them out. These guys, they know their clubs inside out. They are the fans. They are the experts. So check it out. But once again, Chelsea have drawn Lille, PSG Real Madrid, Liverpool versus Inter Milan, Manchester City versus Sporting Lisbon, and Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. That is the redraw. That is what these teams have got. And we look forward to it in February. Thank you very much, guys.